Okay, so this is video number 2, or part 2. Last one was 1 of 2, whatever. These storage boxes here, glove boxes, you know, they do get hot. Now, if you want to keep them from getting so hot, you do summer riding. What you got to do is you got to come in under here and put some heat reflective tape, because the plastics will absorb heat. When you ride in the winter time, though, they do keep your goggles pretty warm, and you can actually get 2 sets of goggles, defrost one in here, keep your phone warm so the battery doesn't go dead. And the first video I did talk about, so we got the OEM battery in here. There's a maintainer. That blinking definitely will draw some power, but you should have these maintained even if you have a lithium battery. Okay, so this video I am going to actually start it up and ride it while we got some light. But okay, so pretty simple. You gotta take off this rack. Here's your battery right here. If you put a lithium battery in, so they do fit right into this slot. They're a little smaller, but they're way lighter. You save like 12 to 20 pounds. Not sure what exactly on this model. And honestly, it sounds silly, but this is a lightweight 4-wheeler. You know, I mean, here, I don't want to break that, but you know, I can just take one hand and, I mean, I can pick up the whole back end of this pretty easy. You know, I'm a big guy, but the thing is with the Kodiak, the Kodiak's got a little bit more narrow wheelbase. The Grizzly does have a wider wheelbase, you know, so it's going to be a little safer on hills. But I like my Kodiak because it's so nimble with the snow tracks on it, which when you put snow tracks on a 4-wheeler, it just makes it a lot harder to get around. So I kind of like that the flotation of the track's more narrow. This is going to stay on wheels. I got my winter tires. This is the special edition, as you can see right here. The XTR has the winch. You can get these anywhere from 11 to 12,000 bucks. I would not pay any more than 12,000 for the Grizzly special edition with the current market inventory high, lack of snow. But then I got my summer tires here, super aggressive, hard rubber, not soft like the ones that come with it. You know, and that's not going to tear up the turf on the grass so much. This is going to be great for rocks and stuff. So that's another video. But again, this does not come with it. You can put a link to that super lightweight aluminum rack. But the Grizzly, it looks big, but you know, I've been on Can-Ams, I've been on CF Motos. They're awesome. They come with more features. But honestly, you can add those features for, I mean, if you do it yourself, like 50 bucks to 100 bucks. You don't need a windshield. I get it, maybe a little more, but you can get all that stuff really cheap if you have time to work on it yourself. That Ultramatic transmission, it's just like a hot knife through butter, like I said. You know, I think I said that in my last video, but these are just so easy to work on. I'm not like working for Yamaha. I just have become a huge Yamaha fanatic. But this 4-wheeler, it looks big, but it's not. It's light and it's nimble. Okay, that saves you a lot of gas. That's a lot safer when you ride. You know, I mean, don't ride like an idiot, but say you roll a 4-wheeler, would you rather have 1,000 pounds rolling down a hill with you maybe in the way of it? Super easy to get that back on. Or would you rather have, I think this is like 748 pounds dry weight. It doesn't sound like much. Put the lithium battery in, you're down to maybe 720 some pounds dry weight. I mean, that's really good for a 4-wheeler that big. So anyway, let's start it up and take it for a ride. It's kind of dark, but whatever. Got my cheap mirror, just highway legal kit. Got my horn. Sometimes when you start it up, it'll kind of chug. You just stop and let the volts come back up. But if you do put in a lithium battery, I would absolutely put a maintainer on that lithium battery just for when it's really cold. But the lithiums, I mean, you can get them so cheap now, like $200. So here's our volt, or no, that's the hour volts. So that's not bad. But with this OEM battery, if it sits in the cold for a couple weeks, this will go down to like 11.8. It'll still start, but you know, it's just better on the machine to keep this from like 12.5 to 13.5, you know, so we'll see. It's pretty warm. We rode it earlier today. So when you do start up a Yamaha, they're single cylinders, make sure you let this get up. The manual says you gotta let it warm up. The computer will control how much gas it gets based off that. Electric power steering, by the way. When this works too hard also, your power steering on the Yamahas, it will shut off when it overheats, and then it'll cool down and the motor will turn back on, from what I'm told. So these Yamahas are built to last forever. They're kind of like the new Hondas. Hondas are still great, but I think Yamaha's kind of surpassed them in reliability for ATVs especially. But so we're going to start this up, and then we're going to let this come up to about 130, 140. Once it hits 192 or 206 Fahrenheit, your fan will come on. My Kodiak, the fan ran a lot in the summer, but I've never had a problem in all 4 years of owning it. I ran it fairly hard, you know. So we'll go ahead and turn it on. So it's on now. Your fuel pump, electronic fuel injection is all primed. Go ahead and start it up. We're going to take it for a ride out here, but these do come with a spark arrestor, is from what I understand, just right out of the factory. Question a lot of people have, because legally you have to have one. So we'll take it for a ride here in a sec. There's some seat here. Tank's back here, away from all this, you know, so it's not gonna, probably not gonna start on fire. Let this warm up a little bit more. Look at that. It's gonna give you some good grip. Man, these are good tires. I got a storage box here. And it's kind of whatever. I don't buy these for bells and whistles. I buy four-wheelers because I don't want to be working on them or taking them to the shop. And I always let mine warm up almost completely before I ride them. It's just a lot better on them. So let's go ahead and get on this. We'll see what the temperature's up there towards 130, 150. 200, fan kicks on. Okay, not quite. Alright, that's warming up. Super smooth. Reverse. Yeah, so the power steering's really good on these. Look how smooth that is. There's no jolting. It doesn't rock you forward. Got your lights here. So these are the normal lights. They're actually white. It's just my camera, but there's a halogen. There's the halogen. Lights are super bright on this. See how it's warming up real fast, and it will stay at 200 with that fan. If you go fast, you know, get some cold air in there, it's gonna keep it even warmer. We got hydraulic brakes front and back. The Kodiak, the rear brake is just a simple disc brake. It should last forever, honestly. You know, not forever, but as long as the machine does, if you don't go mudding too much. Otherwise you might have to kind of grease it a little or service it. But this is just, so we get on it. Okay, watch the ground here. So I'm just barely moving back and forth, and this isn't even the softest setting of suspension. The seat is way more comfy than the Kodiak. The Kodiak's awesome, but this is just a little bit bigger. It's got more clearance, bigger tires. It's just a softer ride. Okay, so we're in high gear right now. So let's see here. Okay. See, there's our voltage charging up nice. So watch how smooth it is. This is in high gear.